What's up, y'all? It's Couture, the host of Against the Flesh, and today's episode or podcast, I don't really know what I want to call it yet, but we're going to figure it out as it go. Like I said, raw and uncut babes. I don't know what I'm going to say. But anyways, today I wanted to get a tattoo. Well, basically, it's been for the last 2 weeks or so. I don't know how long it's been, really, to be honest with you. I've been craving to get a tattoo, but like I always brush it off because I'm like, no, I'm not getting no more. The last tattoo I had got, it was a scripture, Romans 8:28, and that was a couple of months ago, and that's before I was still saved during that time because it's about to be a year since I've been saved. Just in case we don't know the background of me, yeah, it was during the time I was saved, and I still didn't know the actual. I didn't know if it was a sin or not too much because I remember looking it up like a long time ago, like before I was saved, and somebody I felt to believe that somebody said that it wasn't. Just depending on what you got, they were talking about how it was due to an old situation. You know, they made excuses for it or whatever, but I'm not saying it's wrong or whatever. I don't know, to be honest, but with me, I know I got convicted, more of the story, but that's what led me to get the tattoo last time. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So I did get this tattoo and I did feel kind of I did feel conviction, but I was like, man, I still don't, I think it just depends on what you're trying to get. And I would just, I'm very adventurous and I would just hop on things and not think sometimes. And sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I will purposely do it. So I'll be the type, okay, I'm gonna do it now, I'll deal with the consequences later. And that's kind of what I did last time when I got this tattoo, and that wasn't right. So after that, I think that's when my grandma, I was hiding it from her because she's a pastor, and she was out of town. She came back in town and she saw, she's like, you got that? She's like, it's a sin. I was like, yeah, because I did some more research afterwards, and I read it for myself. I actually, instead of going on YouTube looking up "is tattoos a sin," I actually went to the verse or whatever and read it for myself. And that's why it's important for you to read the Bible yourself. I can say it's because you don't know how God is going to deal with a verse with you. You know what I'm saying? Like when I read that, I automatically knew what it aligned to me, what came to my head, what the Holy Spirit spoke to me when I read Leviticus. I'm not sure the exact verse. I don't know if I'm going to put it in or not, but if you look it up, you can see. It was like, do not make cuttings on the flesh or something like that. Don't make cuttings of the skin. And like if you translate it, it says do not have tattoos or like piercings or whatever. I don't really know. But anyways, when I read it, I got, you can't make cuttings or prints on you. And that is exactly what a tattoo is. So right when I read that, I knew, okay, I have no more excuse. I cannot get another tattoo. I told myself I would not get another tattoo because now I got the full understanding. It's not like I didn't know. So here I am a couple of months later. I was still struggling with tattoos and stuff. Like I still wanted it, but it wasn't as times it would get bad because like the devil would really try me with that. That's one of the weaknesses that I have because I really like the art of tattoos. That's one of the things that the devil likes to attack me with because he'll know he'll get my attention. But I slowly started to break that chain because I was like, you know what? No, it's wrong. I read it's wrong. I get conviction. I feel conviction about it. It's wrong. I shouldn't. The devil be trying to make excuses for me. And it's really annoying. I'm at a point in my life where it's very annoying. I got a lot of things coming up for me, and it's been very heavy to get a tattoo this week. Even today, I called the tattoo shop. Yes, I'm going to tell them myself. It's been so heavy today that I said, you know what? My impulsive thinking, just trying to deal with the consequences later, even though this time I know better. It wasn't like last time where I didn't read the Bible for myself and I didn't understand it. Now it's like God's like, you know better. And the thing is, like yesterday and today, I was praying, God, can you please? Because like I said, I was dealing with like wanting to get a tattoo, and I was just praying to God, can you please stop having this having the devil want me to get a tattoo? I'm like, God, if you're trying to test me, please don't test me with this. Like literally I'm telling God, don't test me with this because you know it's my weakness, and I would literally just not think and just go do it and deal with the consequences later. And I really don't want to do that because, God, this is a weakness for me. It really is, guys. Like I really like tattoos. I want to be tatted, not tatted up, but like cute little tattoos. I want it. Like I crave it. And it's a flesh thing. Like I said, my whole channel is about working against the flesh. That's why I'm over here telling you guys my personal experience. But I know God doesn't want me to have it. So that's the crazy thing. I was telling God, do not test me like 2 days ago and yesterday. And I think this morning was I praying about it. I don't know. I was like, God, don't test me. And I don't know why I prayed that prayer, but I feel like God was preparing me for this test right now. I feel like, because I don't even know why I thought that he would test me on it, to be honest with you. Because you would think God wouldn't test you on stuff like that, especially if it's your weakness. But oh, yes, he will. And I think by me, I don't know, he put that thought into my head of him even going to test me, if that makes sense. So I was praying against that. And here I am, temptation. And let me tell you about today. So when I was wanting a tattoo and I was impulsive thinking, I called the tattoo shop, right? And I was like, hey, I just wanted to finish this arm tattoo, the one I got a couple months ago, because I feel like it's not complete. I just got the scripture. I didn't get the verse and the numbers on it, the chapter and the verse. I didn't get that on there. So I want to get it on the bottom real small and stuff just to finish it. Because sometimes I look at it, my tattoo, and I be like, dang, it's not complete. I'm not really feeling it. Like, I want it to be complete. And some of the letters are faded and stuff. Like, I just want to get it looking better. I'm like, that's what I wanted. So I called the tattoo shop and asked them. But guys, it was weird. And I kind of figured that God was testing me about this because I didn't really feel convicted. I did, but in a weird way. Because usually when you feel convicted, when I feel conviction, I be sweating, boy. Like, I know, like, wrong, red flag, and you're sweating, your heart beating fast. Like, I don't know if anybody else feel conviction like that, but I do. I literally feel conviction of, like my conviction is crazy. Like, God will, blow the horn, stop, beep, beep. Like, that's my type of conviction. But this one, it was weird today. Like, today, I felt calm. Like, not calm. How can I say? Because I wasn't calm. It was like God was just watching me. That's what I can basically describe. Like, I'm like, usually with tattoos, I'll be sweating like no one knows. Like, it's a big no-no. But this time, I felt like God took his hands off me, basically. I feel like he took his hands off me, but he was still there because God will still help you. Like in the Bible, it says that you can get tested, but God, you can't, he will help you through it. He won't give you nothing that you can't handle. And that's something I was remembering while I was going through this. So basically, I felt like he took his hands off me and he was just saying, let me see what she gonna do. So I called the place and I'm looking at their pictures of the tats. I'm like, I wonder how much this is gonna cost me and blah blah blah. I was actually literally going to go get a tattoo, guys, but I was like, hold on, let me stop and think this time. I'm not gonna be impulsive and just go do what I would normally do, just not think, because I got a lot of things coming up. October 12th, I got my business dropping. This podcast is going up October 12th. Like, my podcast business, my clothing brand business, I got a lot of things going for me. And I had to think, I'm like, the devil is trying to tempt me to get a tattoo during the most biggest week of my life. I'm getting things together to drop my brand. I really don't need God's hands off me right now for a stupid tattoo. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not supposed to be getting it. So all this stuff is just coming to my mind. But mind you, I'm still feeling like God is just watching me. He just wanted to see what I want to do. And that's why I'm like, okay, this is weird, because God would usually convict me. And if he's not, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, maybe if he didn't convict me, or I'm not feeling like the pressure of me, how I used to be convicted, maybe I can go get the tattoo. It's fine now. So I was like, okay, let me make sure. I'm gonna reread it. Or I looked up again on YouTube, but this time I watched a different guy. I want to be very specific on who I watch about this video, because I want to get the right knowledge. So I clicked on the video and I wasn't feeling it. I didn't even really watch it. Just looking at the person, I was like, I don't know what they're gonna say. And then I saw the person that made, like, if y'all watching my old, oh no, my bad, guys. Sorry, scratch that. This is my podcast channel. This is not my regular YouTube channel. But I'm gonna link this video in the description. I'll still talk about it. If y'all watch me giving my life to God, I kind of vlogged it or whatever. I don't know, made a video about it. This same guy that changed my heart into, like, really wanted to get come to take God serious. I saw him. He made a video about is tattoos a sin? So I'm like, yes, I need somebody who I can trust, rely on, to give me the right proper information. And as I'm watching this video, it's still on my TV. I pressed pause because I heard enough. I didn't even need anymore. It was the same thing, so relatable. he was basically saying that he loved tattoos as well too. He wanted to be tatted up and all this stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, I can so relate. But he was like, every time he did it, something bad would happen. He would feel very conviction, like a lot of conviction. Same thing, kind of like me. But I feel like he said that like his car would not work and stuff like that. Like God would not allow him to get the tattoo basically. And you know, the crazy thing today, when I was like, I was gonna go, I was like, okay, something bad about to happen if I go. I just had a feeling that something bad is gonna happen if I get this tattoo. Cause right now it's all smooth and dandy. God just watching me, testing me, but I feel like boom, he gonna do something. And right when he said that, it clicked to me. I was like, man, maybe that might happen to me because like I really have a close relationship with God and same as him. And he was like, God didn't let me. And I'm like, God ain't gonna let me too. I know he not. I know he's just waiting to see what I'm gonna do. He trying to test me to see if I'm strong and if I can handle the pressure, which he was doing, guys. Like, and this just happened about 10 minutes ago. I just wanted to jump on a podcast and share my story basically about it because I'm human. Like I said, I'm flesh, we're flesh. I go through things. I'm not perfect. Tattoos, yes, it looks okay to the eye, but you gotta get out of that mindset, this worldly mindset, and think what pleases God. You have to please God more than you please yourself. And I had to constantly remind myself about that because, yeah, it's cool to me, but is it cool to God? And that's all that matters at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of some little I was going through. I just wanted to tell y'all it was kind of weird. It's like God was watching me, and I just knew it was a test because I don't know. You know how God speaks to you and you just know something? That's how you know it's God. Like it just automatically you know. That's God putting it, letting you know something. It's kind of weird. If you experience that, comment that down below because I know I'm not the only one. I hear a lot of people say that when God talks to you, you just know. It's weird. You just know. And I kind of figured this was a test because God took his hands off me to see what I was going to do. You know what I'm saying? Is she going to go get that? Or is she going to stand her ground and say no and I'm going to follow God's plan? And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not getting any more tattoos. That just hurt my heart to say that, but I have to say it because I have to affirm it. You know, I have to be serious about this because this is a weakness that I have and something I struggle with quite frequently. So I'm not getting any more tattoos. I'm saying it here. Hold me responsible and accountable, and just like God is. And I'm going to stick to that even when times get tough and when I really want it. I don't know. Let me know if a lot of y'all go through the same thing as me, but this is something I'm dealing with. This is something I'm struggling with the flesh. But the whole moral of my podcast is to work against the flesh, work against my flesh, you know, trying to become a better me for Christ. You know what I'm saying? Not listening to the flesh, the fleshly lust of this world. We gotta be higher thinking, spiritual, eternal thinking. Okay, so that's all I want to come in here and talk about. You guys have a blessed day. I don't know our outro right now. We'll figure it out. Maybe. Anyways, guys, I'm talking too much. Make sure y'all subscribe, follow, I guess, because it's gonna go on SoundCloud and all them other podcasts. This is Raw and Uncut. With Against the Flesh. Y'all have a blessed day and continue to live for God and not the world. Bye, guys. We'll see you later.